Good morning, good day, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marco, your racecaster for today, and welcome to the stream. It is race number 5 in Motor Mania League. For today we've got the legendary circuit hosting the most premier race in the world, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It is Circuit de la Sarthe. Opened in 1923, the track, as it still is, public roads combined with private parts just for racing, in total equaling up to 38 turns and 13.6 kilometers in length. The qualifying will start right now. For today, for our special circuit, of course, we've got 20 minutes for qualifying time, so that's pretty nice. And of course it kind of does make sense. It is a long circuit, as I just mentioned 30 seconds ago. Now, as you can already see, people are rushing to get on the track, warm up the tires, and be as fast as possible. And let's quickly, you might already recognize the liveries, so let's go over the drivers for today. As we're watching at the moment, it is TGS racing for Motorsport 4U junior team in Porsche 992 GT3R in AO Racing number 77 Rexy livery, as they come towards the first chicane at Mulsanne Straight. It is the Daytona chicane, of course. TGS, we know. I don't know how it's gonna go, but yeah, TGS really how should I explain that? A really aggressive driver, of course, but still he's just, yeah, I don't know, he's not a good driver, that for sure. Continuing that with his teammate, it is Shadow Eris just behind him. Shadow is also racing for Motorsport 4U junior team. And look, it is right into the Mulsanne corner. He's gonna slow down here, so he doesn't kill his teammate and that LMP2 there. But look at that, TGS is slowing down a little bit, maybe allowing Shadow to get some slipstream or something, I'm not sure. Here's the overtake, that for sure. And as you can see there in background, our next driver, and never mind, that's the wrong one, so sorry about that, but it is, yeah, here also. We haven't seen him in a few races. It is Kermetsi. Kermetsi is racing for Rensport Racing team, and he's gotten a 3 race penalty or 3 weeks penalty. I'm not completely sure. That was from the Nürburgring endurance race, the fun night. But Kermetsi is back now in, of course, McLaren 720S, is it? In number 41 Critical Racing livery. As I was speaking a minute ago, the teammate of TGS, it is Shadow Eritz. No, wait, hold up. I've talked about him. No, I haven't. Sorry. Yes. His teammate Shadow. No, hold up. I have right. I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, that is not him. Sorry, but that is Chris. But Chris is also teammate of Kermetsi. The two McLarens. Chris is also racing for Ransport Racing Team in number 70 Inception Racing livery. Oh, and there's some contact with LMP2, and I think that's the AF course. Oh no, there goes the cones, look at that. Less than 15 minutes of qualifying remain, and last for today it is Wes, of course, the team leader in Motorsport for You GP team in BMW M4 GT3 in, as always, Paul Miller Racing number 1 livery. Another thing to mention is Wes has gotten on the track a little bit later, so not as soon as the time has started, so I don't know what happened there, but that's gonna cost him definitely a lap, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, and look at that, there's already a spin. That's TGS, and I think that was at Mulsanne corner. Unfortunate from that. Wes heading towards the Mulsanne straight for his qualifying time. Look at the traffic here. There's Shadow, there's Chris heading all towards Mulsanne corner. Oh, and Shadow goes right into gravel. Probably really late on the brakes or something. I don't see any damage, so it's definitely not a push from behind. Unfortunate for that. Here's Kermetsi battling with LMP2. Oh, look at that, still side to side there. Oh, it's still going on into the Ford chicane. That might be looked at, and it's not the smartest thing to do, as you already had a 3-week or 3-race penalty. I'm not sure, so I think there might be some action taken for that. Definitely not something you want to be doing. Here's Shadow again, heading towards the Porsche curves, one of the hardest section. I think it is the hardest section of the circuit. You can really lose time through here if you don't get it right. Hopefully he didn't invalidate his lap, which is possible, that's for sure. But we're gonna see it in a second. And also with Chris here. I wonder what will be here. Look at that black BMW just behind him, chasing him down. Will we see our first qualifying times? We will. We absolutely will. And Chris sets a time of 4 minutes and 1 second, 0.9. But that's a really good time. That's really nice. nothing for all of the other drivers. Oh, and look at that, TGS again into the Mulsanne corner. What is going on there? Karamatsi heading towards the same corner. Here's Shadow once again trying to get a qualifying time and get hopefully on the pole position, but it's not looking the greatest. Here Wes, and we will hopefully see the time for him. It is, and he takes the lead on the leaderboards in GT3, of course. And look at the difference. It is quite amazing. Chris did a time of 4 minutes 1 second point 9, and Wes did 4 minutes 1 second point 5. So just 400 faster, and that's really amazing. That is going to be 1-2 for Wes and Chris. Krametsi into the Arnard corner. Oh, look at that, just not steering. Oh, what's... oh. Okay. No, I'm not sure what happened. And I think that Krametsi has internet problems, isn't that true? So that could also be something. But at least I see the damage. So not too sure about that one. TGS still no time, official time from him, and it is, you know, not that unexpected. But we'll hope. No, I think we'll see just in a few seconds if Krametsi gets some time, but I don't think if that was off track. No, he gets time, but it's nowhere enough. That's going to put him in 17th in GT3, 26th overall. Oh, and look at that. He goes really offline in the Dunlop chicane. Yeah, I think he's having some internet problems. Yeah, with a time of 4 minutes and 9 seconds, definitely not the fastest. Shadows, on the other hand, might have a good chance to maybe do something really good as he comes out of the Ford chicane. And there's definitely, yeah, there is time. We've got the time, and it is third position in GT3 with a time of 4 minutes and 3 seconds. So yeah, a little bit more to improve on. There's plenty more of time for 2 more laps. 6 minutes and 35 seconds. So nothing much to worry about. There's TGS on one of the back straights of Le Mans. Krametsi, yeah, he's heading towards Mulsanne corner. We've got no LMP2 entries for today. That's not something I really expected, but only GT3s for today. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but oh well. Oh, there's Wes off track, and that's a spin. Oof, not so. Oh, can he save it? He somewhat can. There's an LMP2 there, but so far I don't see damage. There probably is some suspension. But it's interesting. 5 minutes and 14 seconds remain. Not much more. Well, we keep an eye out on for TGS. Yeah, there were some races yesterday. That's really for sure. It's really amazing what was happening yesterday. And take and listen to this. TGS gets a time. Oh my god. Oh, wow. There goes the LMP2 on its side, and that's gonna be a penalty. So great stuff from TGS. Wow. Just wow. Unbelievable stuff. Yes, races yesterday. From the morning, we've got NLS qualifying. Yes, wasn't it? We've got the 24-hour. Wait. What's that called again? The 24-hour series. Yep. It was the 12 hours of Mugello part 1. I think that was 4 hours and 30 minutes the first race, and then today was part 2, the 6 hours and 30 minutes I think it was. Wait, that doesn't add up, does it? No, hold up. No, I think it was 5:30 and 6:30. I'm not too sure, I kinda forgot, to be fair. But yeah, we've got that also somewhat in the morning. And then, of course, afterwards it was the NLS race, the 4 hours, where Max Verstappen, the Formula 1 4 times world championship, or whatever it is called, participated, and he got first place, wasn't it? But then he got disqualified for using one too much tires. So there's that. And then of course for the main event, oh, there goes Chris a little bit wide at Indianapolis corner. For the main event, it was the 12 hours of Sebring, of course, and that was a race and a half, that's for sure. What an amazing race, and it was my first time watching the Sebring. I was really looking forward to that. I haven't watched the Sebring, well, neither Daytona too, but that's a race, wow, just a lot of full course yellows. I mean, and of course the winners in GTP, it is the number 7 Porsche Penske Motorsport, of course, with Felipe Nasr driving there. In second place, number 6 Porsche with Kevin Estre there. And that's unfortunate. The last time they pitted during the night, during the last hour, I don't remember at what time. It was what? The number 6 that pitted first, and then next lap number 7. That's, yeah, something was there with strategy. Oh, and here's a change in the lead for GT3s. Chris takes the lead and pole position with 4 minutes 00.09, where Wes is with a time 4 minutes 00.5. So nice driving from Chris, of course. He's still gonna go for another lap, but I don't know if there is any, if it's important. And look at the battle here. Wes with a blue and white Audi heading towards Indianapolis. Qualifying time completed, 20 minutes completed. What a move and dive from Wes. But did that lose him time or did it not is the question. The Audi from behind pressuring him. I think there's a slight contact from behind. And there goes Wes in the gravel at Arnage. Oh, and more GT3s approach. Luckily there's no hit there. But definitely not the safest rejoin. Somewhat. And don't tell me Wes is gonna try to get a move into the Porsche curves. He has the outside, he has the more speed. Oh, and look, it is side to side here in qualifying, let me remind you. But now there's just no point to do this. He already went to in gravel. He definitely isn't gonna improve his time, so not too sure what is going on there. And there he crosses the line. Chris is still on. I don't know still for that one. And everybody else is in the pits from our drivers at least. We've got a few more LMP2s. But apart from that... Oh, that Aston is... Oh, wow. Okay, levitating, I guess. What a move there from Chris, dipping his tires in the grass a tiny bit. But he's got nothing to worry about, that's for sure. And he's gonna cross the start-finish line now. Will there be improvement by any chance? There is none. But yeah, that was somewhat expected. Few more cars here as they head towards the pit. The BMW maybe has a chance to improve. Get a better time? No, nothing there. And yeah, just those two cars, to get in the pits, to their respective pits, and the qualifying will be done. As it shows. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in 2 minutes as always. So yeah. As mentioned, yeah, we've got a little bit less than 2 minutes so far. We've gotta wait for everybody to get ready, select their strategies, tires, of course, and everything else. And I'm gonna go through everything in the formation lab. Of course, that is gonna take quite a bit of time. I think more than 5 minutes, but oh well. It's gonna give people enough time to really warm up those tires and brakes, of course, which is, well, I don't know how hard or easy it is on the formation lap. I mean, somewhat yes, but once you get in the formation, that's where you can't weave and go left and right, and yeah, that's where it gets interesting. That's for sure, that's where you lose all that momentum and tires and temperatures, of course. During the race it's different. I mean, still on the Mulsanne straight, it's still somewhat the same thing. Less than 5 minutes and we'll be going with the formation lap. And here it is. Leading the pack, it is the number 99 Spike the Dragon. Unfortunately, it is an AI, so it's not Bjornty. But it's... well, I wanted to say that Bjornty would take the lead anyway, the pole position. But we never know when there is also Splinter, and I don't know where Splinter is. I can't lie to you guys. We haven't seen him in 2 races minimum. I don't know if he was there during the Nürburgring, but don't know what's happening there. And look at this, it is TGS and Kermatzi both in second to last and last positions. That's not going to be interesting. As we all know, double fuel usage and tire usage. Now why that is important? Well, not as much since we haven't got anybody with LMP2's driving. But from what we've seen on Spa race last weekend, LMP2 speeded what 3 times was it? If I remember correctly. So Spa is 6 kilometers long. Le Mans is what, 13? So that's really going to not be that good for them in terms of strategy, of course. GT3s on the other hand have more fuel capacity, so they might have to fuel save a little bit. I'm not that sure, but it is always an option to do so. I just don't know. Depends with who you're racing. If you're racing with some really fast drivers, I don't know. The tires are of course same, though hold up, they're not. Yeah, they are not. For LMP2s, of course, we've got medium and hard tires. That we... Well, they are an option, but they are not used. Well, unless there is rain, which that's not really planned. But for GT3s it is only hard tires, which is a little bit of a relief, especially on Le Mans, and 2 times tire usage. And what's that in the background there? Kermetsi going quite a bit left and right. Oh my god, that looked scary. Here are the front of the grid, heading slowly towards Indianapolis and Arnage with 120 kilometers an hour speed limit. And it looks like, yeah, the sun is setting down. I haven't checked, but it is really an option that the weather and time will go towards the night, which will be definitely interesting to see. Chris leading the field for GT3s, of course. Wes just behind him, and Wes is also really aggressive driver, so we'll see how the start goes. LMP2's in the Porsche curves, and the formation lap is to start really shortly, just a few more corners after they get out of the karting corner. Here is the formation. It is about to start. Chris to the left side, West to the right side. Here are the LMP2's last set of corners before it starts. And Motor Mania race number 5 has started. Here we go. What is going to happen? Nothing so far. Really amazing driving, and look at the battles with LMP2s. Really amazing. Chris still keeping his position, West behind him, trying to follow in the Dunlop chicane, but nothing so far. Shadow still keeping his position. Chris is already pulling away a little bit. A battle with TGS and Kermetsi in the Dunlop chicane. And Kermetsi slows down. He's gonna let TGS go through, and there's a spin. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is Wes. Oh, no. Oh, that's he's scraping the walls there. Oh, that's gonna lose in time, and better not rejoin like that. Wow. A lot of chaos. Look at the fights. The Spike the Dragon still keeps first place. It is the same in LMP2s. Shadow has dropped a few positions. Look at this, 4 wide into the first chicane. Shadow goes second. Now he's 3 seconds behind Chris. Chris has quite a bit of advantage. Here is Kermetsi. TGS is a little bit in front. So far, not that bad, I would say. Chris going into the second chicane. Really nice and easy. He's got the lead. He just cannot fight. Look at this Shadow battling with AJR. BMW is gonna lose a position, maybe even more, depends how fast he is going into the Mulsanne corner. He's got more people. That looks like almost 3 wide. He's gonna go late on the brakes. Easy. He gets touched from behind. He's gonna keep that position coming out of the Mulsanne corner. What a move right there. Got lucky. Oh, and there's something flying off. Oh, what is that? There, that's not from TGS. That is not. From which car is that? That's from the Aston Martin. Oh, there's more contact from Kermetsi. Wow. Chris. Oh, there's Shadow. There's Shadow in the wall. Out of. Coming into the Indianapolis corner or turn. Not what he needed. He dropped down. Kermetsi is about to catch him. Same as TGS. Wes is, yeah, quite a bit behind. Well, not that much. But there's definitely fights going on. Chris still even better for him. Definitely not much to worry about. Shadow can really easily get the positions back. Yeah, he has definitely the pace, so in a few laps he should hopefully be able to do it. There goes TGS really wide coming out of the karting turns. Apologies on that. We're gonna get a replay first off from the start of the race. And here it is. There is definitely dark. Really nice start there, that's for sure. Just amazing driving, and we're gonna get the next set. Yeah, there's the fight with TGS and Kermetsi, is it? And of course, yeah, there's a spin from West there. Also just some moves from from Shadow here while we're watching the live. And the last replay it is that's gonna be Shadow coming getting in the wall at Indianapolis. And there's a safety car. Oh, look at this. Wow. There is a safety car going on. Oh, wow. I haven't really... We haven't been able to get a look at... But... TGS has retired. Shadow is going. TGS has retired. Wes has retired, and Kermetsi has retired. Oh, what is going on? That's, of course. What? Well, just amazing. Another race, another set of disqualifications and retirements, of course. Thinking now, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that TGS has 0% finish rate, and if that's true, he's also a really dangerous driver. I mean, he got a 3-race penalty at the start of the season, and there has to be something more of a penalty. And yeah, we've got to look at what happened. There is a safety car and 3 retirements, but really depends on who did what. The safety car is gonna take quite a bit to how do I say that? Be done, I guess. It really depends on if it's only for this lap, which is highly possible. But who knows? We'll definitely see later. Shadow is in the pits, and I think he actually is out of the pits. Yes, that is correct. Something happened there. Probably a little bit of more. Oh, what happened there? Okay. Chris is in the formation, of course. There is also night, all of the lights. And he's between some LMP2s. That's interesting to see. Shadow has caught up with the rest of the field. And yeah, the racing should continue at the end of this lap. At the moment, just gotta feel safe, that's for sure. You gotta make sure you're not wasting much, get into high gears, of course. Make sure you warm up the tires and brakes temperature. It is night after all, so we will see what's gonna happen. I've got to talk about some things. It's been quiet for a bit, hasn't it? No changes in LMP2 and overall leading. So yeah, Spike the Dragon number 99 is still leading, and I think it is the same number 2 that is leading. Chris, of course, so far he is still in first place in GT3. Shadow all the way behind in 16th in GT3. And he qualified, what, second? No, he qualified fourth, no. Yeah, I think it was 4th or 5th, something like that, if I remember correctly. So, really unlucky there at Indianapolis corner. Really, in GT3s it is really hard to do, and we should be seeing the safety car turning off its lights and going into the pits. Will we see that? Yes, we will. There it goes. It's time for the restart as the Spike the Dragon leads the LMP2s, and it is green lights again. Nice restart from number 99, the Mr. Bradley, as he already has quite a bit of a lead. Chris battling between himself and a LMP2. That's not the best thing. He's gotten put in between LMP2s, and look at this fight here. Shadow already losing that second to last place, and he's now last. So that's not a good restart from him. That's for sure. Chris definitely having a little bit of traffic. Yes. But there's also that BMW, and he's gonna lose a position from that BMW, maybe even 2 positions. Heading towards the Daytona chicane, he moves to the right. Oh, there goes LMP2. That's maybe gonna be another safety car. Oh, look at this. No, that's gonna be a safety car. Yes, that's gonna be another safety car. Oh, take a look at this. It is a safety car. Oh, that's back-to-back safety cars, ladies and gentlemen. If that is true, and I am 99% it is. Yep, take a look there. It says SC. That's a safety car. Wow, never have I seen that. Yeah, look at there to the right. Unbelievable stuff, and a dive bomb from Chris. What happened there? Why? And hold up, that's not the replay. So apologies about that. But no, it didn't. Yeah, there isn't where there was a dive bomb, so that's unlucky a little bit. Oh. Back-to-back safety cars. Wow. And that's also going to be a penalty for Chris. No doubt in that. And let me remind you, if you don't know, there is more than 30 minutes left. Half an hour. It's only been 20 minutes. Not even that much. So, no words. Here is the safety car once again. So just going to be another, I think it's around 7 minutes for the another restart, of course. And there's also Shadow going in the pit lane, and that's going to be multiple GT3s in the pits, and it's going to get... And Chris also pits, take a look at that. So it is a smart thing, that's for sure. I would say so. But yeah, there is... The pits are getting full, take a look at that. There's that LMP2 that got involved in the crash from Chris. One information that I've gotten is that Wes Wes's car lost all the feelings, so I'm guessing the from the force feedback, right? And drove into a wall, and then he was nearly at the pits, but the tire blew up. So yeah, just unfortunate completely. Wow. That just before the pits it happened. There's definitely a change here in positions, and it does make sense. So now Shadow is in 10th position and Chris is dead last, of course, from so much damage. He's gonna get back into the same lap, of course, but because of the safety car, but that should be just a heavy penalty from that. And maybe I should just... Wow, another safety car. Ladies and gentlemen, just... I really don't have what to talk about. But I should just, I guess... talk about the Sebring. 12 hours and... Yeah, of course, from qualifying we've seen... yeah, BMW that went in grass, of course, into turn 1. I think that was in qualifying, yeah. Jack Atkins, of course, number 31 wheel in Cadillac GTP, pole position. I mean, yeah, the Cadillacs just have that cornering grip, you know, well, depends somewhat, you know. In the last corner, turn 17, the sunset bend, and turn 1, that's where they are, I think, most advantage. As the commentators, of course, were saying and comparing to, it was the Acura, of course, but still, Porsches, I mean, they also just... And of course, that's everything combined with drivers and the car still. So, what can you expect else? No, I don't really remember the first few hours, but I definitely remember the what was that, LMP2 and GT3, well, GTD fight, where it was into what is that, turn 2, 3, where LMP2 just pushed a GTD into the gravel and walls, and luckily, of course, no one was injured. Well, car was, but yeah, you got my point. But that there was a penalty and a hefty one, a stop and 5-minute penalty. So, just, I think that's good enough. I mean, 5 minutes, that's 3 laps, pretty much 2.5 laps minimum. And I don't think safety car can save you there. I'm not sure. Maybe it can, but oof, you know, I highly doubt that. And then, yeah, there was the big crash with GTD Pros into the sunset last turn Ford, and that was the Ferrari, the red one, if I believe. And then a big crash from Mercedes, of course, the AMG that crashed into that Ferrari. So just a lot of debris. That was just really the whole circuit. Just so much chaos. Here we are with another safety car that is about to end, hopefully. And yeah, that was around 8 minutes, yeah. And there goes the safety car as it pulls into the pits. Now it's time again for Bradley driving the number 99 Spike the Dragon LMP2 to get the restart. And there he goes. Green lights again as he starts pulling away a little bit, heading towards the Dunlop chicane. Really nice through there. Here goes Shadow and Chris there in the background, and Shadow is battling with that McLaren. He's gonna take a position there. No, he's not. Never mind. But nice and easy he goes there. Chris also dead last at the moment. And he's lucky that he can have a fight with other drivers, that's for sure. A little bit in the front. Look at that LMP2 getting slowed down by a GT3. And he's getting cornered. He has to go now, and he does, but that's just wow. And that's gonna give a chance for another LMP2 to maybe chase him down. Not so much. Look at the fights here with GT3 is almost 4 wide. That might even be 4 wide. Shadow losing some positions, getting into the... Oh, and he's gonna go wide, and there's a spin. He tried to go around the outside, but that did not work at all. He's now in the dead last. Chris takes one position. He's now second to last, 16th overall. What has Shadows done? Definitely not something good. Oh, look at the fights here with BMW and Audi into Mulsanne corner. 19.5 minutes remain, so plenty more of laps. One thing is, yeah, is just the overall tactic. I mean, 2 safety cars in a row. That's, I mean, yeah, you can feel safe. Look at the fights here. The Audi takes the position from BMW. What a move into Indianapolis. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, there goes Shadow a little bit in the grass. He dips his tires in the grass, but luckily it doesn't spin out. He's chasing Chris down, and it is really possible. Bradley still in second base. Oh, what is going on? Don't tell me it's a safety car. What's happening? Oh, there's retirements. What's going on? What the hell? I think... No, don't tell me. LMP spiked the Dragon and a few more LMP2s lost fuel. They didn't have enough to get to the pits. No way. And I was just about to talk about that the safety, you can feel safe maybe since it's only one lap that you need to do, but it's still not really something you want to be doing. Chris is gonna take, well, yeah, his tent has some LMP2s and GT3s go in the pits. But you were supposed to originally pit at, well, maybe 20 minutes in the race, but there was a safety car, of course, and then another safety car where you're slowed down. You can't speed up as you would in LMP. There's another safety car. Oh my god. I knew something was weird. That's another safety car. 3 in a row safety cars, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe this. But what happened here? I'm not sure. That's weird. Wow. So this is getting uncomfortable, I guess. This is a little bit weird. Though this one, luckily, it wasn't with Chris and Shadow. I hope so. But it was on LMP2s. Wow. I was saying, if I just can remember, hold up. I was mentioning fuel saving, and then I'm not even sure. Yes, you can't. A normal lap around LMP2s is what? Something less than 4 minutes. 350 maybe, I'm not that sure. So a one lap with safety car is 7-8 minutes. That's maybe 2 laps. So you can't, even if you want to get to the pits and pit on that somewhat predicted time, you can't, you know, you cannot. But 3 safety cars in a row, that's... wow. Now last time I kind of didn't have anything to talk about, but this time I don't have anything to talk about. 13 minutes and 8 seconds remain. The stream is a little bit laggy, and that is not much I can help with. Let's get a few onboard cameras here. Shadow keeping his gap a little bit between Chris or car in front of him, and that's a smart thing definitely to do just before the the downshifts, just before the restart, so you have enough time to react, that's for sure, and not hit a car in front of you. On the other hand, Chris is just keeping close to the McLaren in front of him. There better not be any safety cars. More. So yeah, the lights should go off now, and safety car will, yes, go into the pits as the CrowdStrike number 4 LMP2 leads the pack in the out of the last corner, and it's time for third restart, and here it is. And Shadow, yeah, keeping his distance between Chris. He's gonna probably catch him into the Dunlop chicane, but there is a LMP2 there. There's more LMP2s. Look, it is side to side in turn 1. He has to let the LMP2 go through. He's gonna drop a few positions because of LMP2s. Another thing I did forget to mention is that because of so many safety cars and yeah, just not enough time, but I mean with 50 minutes, one safety car is not gonna do it, but the LMP2s haven't lapped the GT3s. So that's there's no blue flags, there's no such things. Look at the traffic here on the Mulsanne Strait. What an amazing view here. Here are the two LMP2s that are just racing really well. Chris into the Daytona chicane, this time a little bit wide, but he's not gonna dive bomb anyone. But look at Shadow here. Oh, that was some close stuff right there. Two Audis fighting for positions in the middle of the night. He's gonna move to the left side. 3 wide as it looks like. Oh, this is not gonna end good. And that's also Chris there. Chris dropping a position or 2 there. So far so good. Clean racing. He's gonna slow down that Aston Martin from behind him and that McLaren. But I think there's no damage, no nothing. Chris in 13th, Shadow in 15th. 7 minutes and 49 seconds remain. Heading towards the Mulsanne corner. Chris is gonna keep his position so far. A lot of fighting between the GT3s at the front. Those 2 LMP2s at Indianapolis. Some bumping into each other, but nothing major as it looks like. They are just pulling away. They have a lead of 11 seconds. Unbelievable stuff. Right there. Oh, what a move from Chris. He's gonna dive bomb that Audi back. Wow, unbelievable stuff. That's a nice move there. Hopefully, well, it didn't end up as one at Daytona chicane, but we move on. He's gonna defend. He has to defend into the Porsche curves. He has too much speed. He needs to slow down. He lets 2 GT3s. He drops down to 15th. Shadow is behind him. He's gonna really chase him. Take a look at this. He's chasing him. He is catching up into the karting curve and Corvette turn. Oh, that's gonna be track limits 99%. The 2 LMP2s go in the pit lane. The TDS Racing LMP2 is gonna take the first position. Shadow takes back the position from Chris, but I think that was a dive bomb right there, so he lets Chris go through and flashes his lights. Yeah, I think that was a dive bomb in the Ford chicane. And it's going to be 2 more laps, hopefully. And both of drivers are not looking at the best position. Oh, look at the move at that Rouge. That's... yeah, just... there you don't want definitely side to side, but somehow he kept it on the track. No damage, no anything. That's pretty impressive, gotta say, but also really risky. Oh, Shadow is gonna try for the inside move with that McLaren. He's not gonna be able to do that. He wanted to recreate the Chris move, I guess. But he knew that it was not the smartest thing. Look at this battle right here into the Michelin chicane. And that's McLaren is going for that round the outside, and he's gonna take that position from Chris. Never mind, Chris has more speed and better exit out of the Michelin chicane at Mulsanne straight, and Shadow even more speed. Look at this, he goes for that overtake into the Mulsanne corner. Is Chris maybe gonna try to get later on the brakes? No, he doesn't. He's gonna let Shadow have that position, but did Shadow... oh, he cuts the track there. That might be track limits. He keeps that position, that's for sure. Some fights at the front. Here into Indianapolis go two Audis. Take a look at this. And take a look here also. Wow, that's something. Oh, almost a spin from Chris as he almost gets spun out by the McLaren. There's some contact there. Oh, that's Shadow in the gravel. Oh, wow. And he drops down the positions again. Not much more. And if I there here we're gonna watch the replay here while we watch the onboard footage from Chris as he's trying to chase down. There goes Chris there. Tiny spin and we just see Shadow there. Chris really slow through the board chicane. Oh, he's too fast here. Shadow deadless. Oh, look at this. Oh, Shadow's car is destroyed. And this is the last lap of the race. What happened? Wow. Even if he makes it to the pits, is it even worth it? He's able to move on, but he better not start a full course yellow, which he's going to the pits. Chris dropping second to last because of the two LMP2s that were the leader and the second as they're fighting there into the Daytona chicane. 20 seconds left of race time. Less than 15, it is 10 seconds. So this is definitely the final lap. Here is the overall leader in TDS, and that is a retirement from Shadow Edits. Really unfortunate. I haven't seen what happened, but wow, his car was destroyed. TDS racing car, nothing to worry about. He's at Indianapolis. He's got around 7.5 seconds lead. Chris last on the leaderboards, 14th in GT3. Oh, that's a safety car. Oh, what happens now? Oh, yeah, the GT3s are running out of fuel. Oh, what is going to happen now? Onboards with TDS, we can see their safety car signs. Oh, but the race time has finished. And that's somewhat a bug in AMS. What's gonna happen? Will they cross the start finish line, or will it have to be another lap or even 2 more laps? There goes the TDS. And will it be the end of the race or not? And it's It's going to be end of the race, luckily. Wow. Some stuff, that's for sure. There's a safety car as we can see, but it's not even that important. The leader of GT3, here it is, in BMW M4. And I think they're just really saving fuel, I'm not too sure. We've got even more retirements, but here it is. The leader of GT3. It is as they cross the start-finish line. And here is Chris, of course, into the last set of corners into the Ford chicane. And here it is. What an unbelievable race, ladies and gentlemen. Really interesting stuff, and let's see if we can get hopefully interviews if possible. We're gonna try our best. I'm not sure if we will be able to do that, but I am 99%. Yeah, there are some people who are up for interview, and we're gonna get that as soon as possible. And I don't even know who to start with. Who was the last one? Yeah, I think Chris is a fair option to start with. Let's get him on board. You give me a second. Hello, Chris. Can you hear me?
Hello.
First of all, what the hell?
Mark.
Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, so seems my Discord is not working. Hello, Chris. Can you hold up, ladies and gentlemen? Chris, no, my Discord is not working for some reason. Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, give me a second.
I think I can try.
Right, so we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Some technical problems from my side, of course, but here we are with interview from Chris. And Chris, I asked you first question was what the hell was this race? Yeah, just
What can I say about it? I think the best way to sum it up was just complete chaos.
right, just back to back 3 safety cars, and oh, where do I even start is a good question. A dive bomb from your side, just really unexpected. What happened there?
You mean that with the BMW?
No, no, I mean on the Mulsanne straight into the chicane, on Daytona chicane, the first on the straight in LMP2. What, that was you, right? I think that was the first safety car.
No, I don't think that was me. I think that was someone else because
Hold up. If you
I
give me...
was at the front and I didn't really get anything, didn't really have anything to do with the safety car.
Hold up. I might have
I was the cause of the second or third safety car.
well,
I
maybe
think second.
second. Yeah. I'm... Yeah, the second safety car, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the second safety
Yeah,
car.
in the LMP2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain what happened there? You tried to... Well, it's
I
pretty...
tried to save it for myself because I was behind the BMW
Right?
and I tried to. He was braking. I saw his brake lights and I thought, well, I need to brake now.
Yeah.
But the McLaren is like, yeah, it was of course also a big fault for me, but McLaren is a stuck, yeah, it's a bit lower than the BMW, so I couldn't see past him. He was just completely blocking my view,
Yeah.
and I didn't see where the chicane started. So I
Ah.
just completely missed my braking point, and I just flew right into the LMP2.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just wow. Unfortunate that was, I wouldn't expect that from you, right? As I said, so
Yeah,
unfortunate.
I'm really sad that it happened.
Yeah.
I'm just very disappointed in myself. I hope in the future I can do it better.
Yeah. Okay, next up we've got, do you know anything about the retirements at the start from, what was that, 3 drivers? From Wes, Kermetsi and TGS. Have you maybe heard, seen, I don't know, what was that, all of a sudden there were just, 3 drivers less. Don't know, didn't really get the footage of that. Not sure if
Yeah,
you
I
know
don't really
about...
know to be honest, but
Yep.
I saw Wes spin in my rearview mirror.
He did, yes, he
And
indeed.
After that, I just didn't see anyone anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and I just got the pop up from safety car.
Yeah,
Follow
right.
that guy.
Right. Yeah, just and you qualified, what was that, second or no, first you qualified?
First.
Yeah, that's a nice job there, and you kept it, right? You were first, that's for sure. You made a little gap, and yeah, then the safety car came, but yeah, and then that second safety car.
The safety cars just really messed me up, to be honest.
And then at the end, what was that, last place? Just
No, I don't think last place. I think
maybe
13th, but
oh,
I'm
okay.
not too sure about that.
Yeah, but still, from from pole position, that's
Could have
unfortunate.
been a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. Strategy wise, what did you have something? I talked about during the safety car that you can't pit when it's safety car. You can't get to the pit. So we've seen a few cars run out of fuel. So the strategy was just, gone. 3 safety cars back to back. If you don't pit, well, it's not safety car. You're done. There's nothing there. How was it for you? You've pitted at some point, yeah, and it was during the safety car, right? So
Yeah, I pitted after the crash
right.
of my suspension was just really messed up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't drive with that. But what happened was I got to the pits and I just my suspension was only only my suspension was repaired, and not my front arrow. So what happened there was because my front arrow was still damaged, I just lost so much of my top speed that
Oh wow.
I just
Wow. Yep, I understand. Some big moves from you into Indianapolis quite a few times, so that you got to have some confidence there. You got lucky a time or two that you didn't get spun out by some cars, but yeah, quite nice driving from you, of course. But at the same
thank you.
time, that that dive bomb, well, if it's a dive bomb, I guess, in the
Yeah, I don't I don't
chicane
really
there.
think we can call it a dive bomb.
Well, yeah.
I
Um,
think an accident is a
well,
better
accident,
name
yeah.
for it.
Will it's going to be looked at. But yeah, that was um an interview from Chris. Thank you very much for that, and hope to see you there in the next race.
I hope so too.
Yep. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Next, and yeah, we should probably go with Shadow Edits, who was, well, pretty much second to last to survive until he retired. So let's get an interview with Shadow first. Hello, Shadow, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello. So, I started with Chris with a question of what the hell was this race. So maybe I should do that too with you.
To be honest, I don't know.
Mhm.
It was wild. And now I have a headache.
Right. No.
Just three safety cars is wild, and
Yeah, exactly. In a row. That's
I do not do night race and such.
yeah. Night racing. Well, it was how haven't thought about that question, but how was it in the night? Was it how visible and?
It's a different experience.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
because the only thing you see is the headlights behind you and
Right.
in the brake lights in front of you,
Mhm.
and a
Wow.
few
That's
lights on the track, but not a lot.
yeah. That's something really. Um. Yeah. I don't even know. You haven't. In the start of the race, first 10 minutes, I think it was all good, right? You didn't drop any positions at that point, if I remember. You
No.
qualified, what was that, fourth or fifth?
I qualified fourth.
Fourth, yes. That is, um, yeah, then came the safety cars. And yeah, I should probably ask you too if you know anything about retirements from TGS, Kermetsi and Wes, if you've seen, heard, or
What
anything.
I've heard is that Wes had a steering wheel problem,
Mm-hmm.
I think, or
Right.
desync.
Okay.
Matt and TGS had a incident on the track.
Aha. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to guess, yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. It is probably just Kermetsi and TGS who had a battle between themselves, and yeah, we've got info from Wes about the tire blown up. So yeah, that kinda does explain. We'll hear about those two in a bit. But Shadow, what do you say was, well, for you the tactic? Well, three safety cars in a row, so it definitely messes up the tactics if you've had any.
Well, yeah, my tactic was just to pit at half point of the whole race, but
Aha,
that got messed up real quick.
it did, didn't it?
So what I did was I just pitted, I think 2 times with two safety cars, and the third time I didn't.
Aha,
And in every safety car I was just on lean and in sixth gear,
yeah,
saving fuel.
Yep, smart thing. We've seen you, yeah, a few times in the gravel, wasn't it? Of course, in qualifying also, wasn't it? And of course, in the race, and that was at the start of the race, in at Indianapolis corner, if I
Yeah,
believe. What happened there? Was that just late
I
braking?
yeah, late braking and also just a bit of understeer. I am trying to battle the car also.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I'm
There's no
trying the
downforce
car.
there. You just gotta perfect it. It's really you're turning and steering at the same time, and with how the corner is, it's banked also at the same time. So it really is hard, isn't it?
I'm just it's a new car and I'm just learning it.
Yeah, fair enough. And at the end, unfortunately, I didn't see what happened with your car, but what happened? Where was the crash? What
Well, it was in the Porsche
curves?
corner.
Okay, right.
And I just touched a bit of grass and just spun out.
Oh, wow. So grass it was. Ah,
Yeah.
unfortunate stuff. And yeah,
Grass killed me.
yeah. And well, yeah, it explains just, yeah, in that it unsettled the car and in the wall.
I made it to the pit, but the repairs were gonna take more than the
Yeah, there was no
race end.
point, was there?
No.
Yeah, well,
Still still an amazing race though.
yeah. You've heard it from Shadow Edits. Thank you very much for the interview. And hope to see you there in next race.
I will.
Right, bye bye.
Goodbye.
You hear it, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it's fair. Well, so far from, I guess, unlucky people, if we can say that. And I think next up we should do Wes, of course. So yeah, let's get him on board if we can.
Nigga.
Hey,
Oh, good.
Wes. Okay. Right.
I got told my other friend would be how do you call it in English? Pulled to the skull, and my friends were saying that nobody screamed something, and we were giving examples, and then we got moved.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Right. Well, hopefully we don't get
Cancelled.
cancelled. Yes. Anyways.
Okay. I'm black.
Oh, right. Anyways, with the interview, we have Wes, who is racing for Motorsport 4U GP team in BMW. And Wes, can you explain us what happened at the start of the race? So at first.
Well, yeah, it didn't go all that well. I qualified second,
Yeah.
and into turn.
But
I
at
don't
the
remember,
start, I'm not
fifth or
sure.
some.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I just lost my rear, didn't have feelings, and I just banged it into the wall. I could drive further, then the moment I nearly got to the pit, my tire just exploded.
Yeah, I did mention that you said that. Wow, that's just. Was it only one tire or multiple?
It was my right rear, but because it was my rear tire, I couldn't get up to speed.
Yeah.
I got stuck on the uphill.
Yeah. Wow. That's something. Have you maybe watched the rest of the race? I mean, if you don't already know, 3 safety cars back to back. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, it was a pretty boring race to watch. Because first safety car, I think that was because of me. The second was because of Chris.
Chris, yeah.
But I don't know what happened with the third.
Third, I think it was just the. I'm not sure either. I think it was some cars that ran out of fuel. If that's correct. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I do agree. Just really, really something of a race. But yeah, unlucky that you weren't there. You qualified first, and then Chris took the lead in qualifying the first position. You second, you had a pretty good start, that for sure, and yeah, just daring to turn 4 or 5, whichever one it is, just losing the car and into the wall there just before the Tête Rouge, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole season isn't going all that good.
Yeah.
Haven't even finished a single time, I think.
Oh wow, you too. I think I've talked a little bit about TGS, and
Yeah, that ain't a wonder that he hasn't finished a single race.
yeah, right.
If you are recall with him, while he's racing, the only thing you will hear is just him being mad because of everything.
Oh
And I
wow,
fully support him.
right, right. Well, thank you for the interview, and hope to see you in the next race.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye. Yeah, so there's that interview. So yeah, we've got last two people, which are Kermetsi and TGS. And I don't even know if there's a point in interviewing TGS. But Kermetsi, I think we could interview him. So let's do that. Hello, Kermetsi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello. So where do I start with you? I guess what happened with the race.
Well, qualifying didn't went so well, and then I had an alright start, not the best, but could have been worse.
Yep.
And then a person named Thijs Jansen just sent it full in the first corner, which
Oh wow.
broke my front left suspension, and in the second lap that caused my by what so.
Wow.
Then I crashed in the second lap, and I think this first safety car was because of me.
Aha.
Thijs
There we
said
go.
his brakes locked up.
I locked up. Sorry. Hold up. Locked up in a GT3. Okay, right. Well, as far as I'm aware, that's not possible. What you think about that one?
Yeah, I don't know. It's Thijs, so says enough.
Right. It does, doesn't it? So yeah, you say a dive bomb from TGS. Wow, not what you was looking forward, was it? And yeah, we've also got that figured out. That was really highly the first safety car, as you said. That was probably because of your TGS, whichever one it
Yeah,
triggered.
well, it's not his. I mean, he broke my suspension the first corner from the first lap, but then I made it to the first lap, but then I spun out and yeah, and just crashed full into the wall.
Wow. Yep,
Because I
understandable.
didn't went to the pit, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely not happy about that one, I know. But yeah, if you watched a little bit of the race or heard 3 safety cars, I mean, that's just, wow,
Yeah.
imagine that one just really back to back. That's, wow, you know.
Yeah, so I very much respect for Shadow and Chris that they did it.
Mm,
So
yeah. Alright, thank you for the interview. Unlucky from your side. Really. And yeah, hope to see you there in the next race, of course. And yeah, that's going to be the end of interviews. Thank you very much again, Kermetsi, for this interview. And yeah,
problem.
see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So yeah, really, really. Well, I'm out of words. That's for sure. 3 safety cars back to back. So much chaos, so much everything. Do I want to say? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, but with this race, yeah, no. I don't know. My name is Marco. Thank you all for coming to this stream and watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this stream, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.